Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
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 Om
Welcome to all of you to this fourth retreat of this year's memorial retreats in the name of Puja Sri Swamiji. Puja Sri Swami Viditatmananda Saraswati Ji will be conducting this retreat. We are very grateful to Swamiji for having accepted to come and take classes for this retreat. Most of you will be knowing Swamiji. For those who are new in this camp, Sri Swamiji is a senior most disciple of Puja Sri Swamiji. Age, erudition, and everything. Swamiji is also president of Arsha Vidya Peetham, Saylorsburg, New Jersey, in the United States. Swamiji has a big ashram in Ahmedabad, Tattva Tirtha. Swamiji has been teaching for the past 5 decades and endeared himself to thousands of students and devotees. We are very fortunate to have Swamiji here. We are looking forward to Swamiji's exposition on Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Jyotir Brahmanam, a very beautiful section in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Thank you, Swamiji. Om.
Pranam to Swamiji and Hari Om to all of you. We welcome all of you on behalf of Swami Dayananda Ashram Rishikesh. We hope by now all of you got settled into your allocated rooms. As you can see, hall is full and another 20-30 people yet to come who are arriving late tonight or early tomorrow as per our registered number of the people. We have tried our best to accommodate all of you the best way we could do it. There might be some inconvenience or maintenance problem to your room. So I request all of you to bring it to our notice, to our office, and we try our best to address it as early as possible. Though our ashram is in a very, very safe place, but still we recommend you to deposit your valuables, cash, to our office. We have a common locking facility at our office, and during the office hours, we have Sri Amrish Ji at our office. Amrish Ji takes care of all the temple Annadanam schemes and Mandir Puja, etc. as well. So you can contact Amrish Ji during the office hours, and you can get back from Amrish Ji. The registration is one of the mandatory requirement for us. As per the government norms, it is a very, very essential procedure. Especially for the foreigners, we request to register within 24 hours of your arrival, because system does not take the entry after 24 hours. So we request all of you to come to the office during the office hours, morning 8 to 12:30 and afternoon 3 to 6:30. We are open. You have to bring your original passport and e-visa letter received by you through email. Sometimes they put a stamp on your passport page, and then they write the visa number by handwritten, sometime, O or 0. So it is very difficult to recognize it. So come with the electronic visa receipt you receive through your email. For Indian nationals, we have a ID card. A commonly used ID card nowadays is Aadhaar card. So please come to the office, get yourself registered during the office hours. The medical services, we have allopathy and homeopathy. We have our Dr. Kiranji, ashram resident doctor, and that hospital is open from morning 10:30 to 12:30, other than Sunday. Then we have homeopathic there in the same building. When you enter into the main ashram, on the right hand side, first floor is homeopathy and ground floor is allopathic clinic. And they operate in the morning 10:30 to 12:30 except Sunday. So you can avail the facility of our clinics. Very, very experienced doctor we have. May I have, if there are some doctor in this retreat, in case of an emergency, so their services can be utilized. We have our Dr. Indra Taneja ji. Indra ji also is one of the participants from the previous camp and attending the continuous camps. So in case of emergency, Dr. Indra ji can be contacted, and she is in room number 50, but make sure that if it is very, very urgent, because she is also one of the participants, so we should not disturb her also a lot. Then the meal at our Annachetra, we have a designated time for the meals. So we request all of you to come on time and have your meal on time. So we have the two bell system. The first one is for the guest campers, and the second one for our staff and volunteers. So make sure you come at the first bell. When the first bell is there, then second bell, our people come and then they eat, and then they start preparing for the next meal. So we get it on time. And the meal we request you to take at Annachetra itself, not to take at your rooms. If it is necessary, medically required, you can take to the rooms, and please bring back the utensils and get them washed properly and put them at a designated place. We, after you use the plate and you wash, we have a machine there. So our volunteers get them sterilized properly. Very, very safe and very hygienic machine is there. But still we request you to uh, clean your utensil properly after the every meals. We may need some volunteers for our Annachetra, and to rotate the volunteers, some coordinators we may need. May I have the people there who would like to? One is Rekha ji is here. So the people are interested. Then we have Praveen Bhai Modi. So you can give the name to Praveen Bhai Modi, and Praveen Bhai will utilize your services for the particular meals if it is required for breakfast or lunch or dinner. The electric appliances in your room, mostly the hot water geyser. We have in almost every room, hot water geysers are installed. You have to switch on the geyser 20 to 25 minutes prior to use, and then open the left tab for the hot water, and it supply you the hot water. After the use, you please make sure to switch off the geyser. And in some machines, there is a blinking light generally. When we turn on the machine, so it blinks, that to give you a signal this is on. But in some cases, that light may not be working. So wait for 15-20 minutes. If it doesn't supply you the hot water, please bring it to our notice, and we will get it done as early as possible. The sound level inside the ashram campus, including your rooms and Annachetra temple, wherever you visit, please maintain the silence, as we are a lot of people, if you know, and that is that cause the disturbance to others people who have come here, and then in their room also. If you listen any lecture or music, use your earphone, please. The temple puja at Lord Sri Gangadhareshwara and Pujya Swamiji's Adhishthanam takes place in the morning and evening. The detailed timings will be given with you along with the text and the schedule, where we have all the timings of the classes and other like temple and Adhisthana puja. The schedule will be given you in the morning. Text will be distributed now, and then you can follow the schedule. You can sponsor the temple puja, Adhisthana puja, including Annadanam, and you can contact our Amrish ji during our office hours. The lecture hall attendance, we request all the campers to be present 5 minutes prior to the class session begins, 5 minutes prior to the sessions. So when Swamiji comes, so straight away Swamiji starts the classes. Suppose you are late and you are sitting in somewhere in the middle, so please request you not to cross all over and then go. Wherever in the entrance you take a seat. First you try to be there on time 5 minutes prior to the session begins. Most important, that mobile phones, please do not carry it to the lecture hall, or keep it in a switch off mode all the time when you are in the lecture hall. Especially for the morning meditation session, end of the session, some people still might be meditating. So when you leave please quietly, so that other people who are still in meditation, so they don't get disturbance. We have received your donation for the retreat and all the receipts are kept at our office. So I request all of you, please collect it. We have not sent any receipt by assuming that all of you are attending. So we give you personally instead of sending by post or courier. So please come to the office and collect your receipts. Most of the receipts are readily available. In few cases, it might not be because of we would have not received the all particulars of the donor or transferee. So you can give the detail and it will be issued immediately. For any donation to sponsor any scheme of our ashram, Annachetra, temple, Adhisthana, we request to use the digital channels only other than Sadhu's Bandara. In case of Sadhu's Bandara, we need some cash for Dakshina purpose alone. For other all the things, we encourage all the donation by digital mode only, UPI, bank transfer, RTGS, etc., etc. If there are any change in the schedule, will be announced on day-to-day basis. The public bathrooms are there. Suppose you have got a room in that we call new block and Vatika block, and this is the main block. Ashram is divided into the 3 blocks. And this one is the main block. Then we have another second block. Then we have a third block, student block. So suppose you are getting late after the class and not able to go to the room. So we have public bathrooms just near to Annachetra, this, and one is behind our publication. Our publication store is also operated during the office hours, same 8 to 12:30 and evening 3 to 6. We have a vast library collection of Pujya Sri Swamiji's books. Most of the books are our reference books. You can avail the facility in the afternoon 2:30 to 4. Our 4:30, sorry. Our Swami Sri Prabharmananda Ji Maharaj takes care of the library 2:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon. We have a laundry arrangement with the outsourced person. He is in the Vatika block, student block. At our office notice board, we have displayed some nominal rates fixed with him, the types of clothes and the services. Suppose you want ironing or washing both, so we have displayed there. Accordingly, you can calculate and give according to the rate displayed outside the office. The filter water machines are installed in all 3 blocks. Very, very safe drinking water. But still, in case of the foreign nationals, not habitual, or people are on a medical advice, can avail the mineral water. We have an addition there. The people from the last year also, they may know that Amul store is there at the entrance of our ashram. So the store is open. So you can avail that facility along with the ice cream and chocolates are also available in the store. The Ganga Snanam, I request not to take any valuables with you, including our room key. Most of the time I hear this while taking bath in Ganga, key has also dipped there. So please make sure and do not take any valuables. There are some unwanted elements roaming around and they are eyeing you from a distance. You may not know. The moment you dip and you come out, your belongings are not there. So go with your room partner or your colleague and take care of each other. And this Ganga flow is very, very fast. And in some places, you may not know how deep it is. If you go 2-3 feet inside the water, it might be, you may think that it is a just 2 feet or 1.5 feet. Suddenly it will be 4-5 feet. So make sure that do not enter into the Ganga for far. Better to take a jug or mug from your room and then take bath. Do not try to swim there. current is very fast. And not to take any valuables with you. And please do not allow any outsider to your room or into the premise. If somebody wanted to know something, you can refer them to our management or administration, to our office. Let them go through the office management. And that's all from my side. If any question regarding this, anything else, Swamiji? I think I have covered.
Meaning that tomorrow morning we will not have attendance. Enjoy.
So Swamiji will take the questions answer. If you have any questions, we have slips here. You can take the slip and write your question in capital letter in a readable format. So, and bring them to the Swamiji's table. Swamiji will reply it. Or we can give you the mic otherwise, Swamiji, and you can ask directly on Swamiji. There is anybody who would like to ask a question? The detailed schedule will be given tomorrow morning before the class. We will keep just outside the lecture hall. When you enter into the lecture hall, you can collect a copy of the schedule. Morning 9 to 10, tomorrow first class.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So we have a cordless microphone. If you raise your hand, then we'll pass on the microphone to you.
Namaste, Swamiji. My name is Lakshmikant. My question is how to do Nididhyasana 24/7.
Wow. For doing Nididhyasanam 24/7, you should be abiding in the knowledge, because 24/7 means it is effortless. Something can be effortless when it has become your nature. And therefore, Nididhyasanam usually is of the nature of Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. And the Nididhyasanam is a kind of meditation which requires an effort, because that I am Brahman has not become effortless for me. It requires me to remind myself, and again, when the mind gets distracted, I get distracted also. So it begins with an effort to try to focus my mind on this truth about myself. And that also is a result of a lot of Shravanam, listening to the scriptures, Mananam. And so it's a very ambitious question right now to do Nidhyasana 24/7, because you'll be sleeping anyway for 8 hours a day, so you can't do Nidhyasana at that time. But then also, it's possible only when it becomes effortless. Then only you can do it 24/7. Meaning that you should have done Nidhyasana for so long that it has become your nature. You follow?
Yes, Swamiji. My question is how to do Nididhyasana.
All right, it's 24/7 you say. So I got distracted with that. Okay. Nididhyasanam is the result of Shravanam, meaning listening to a teacher, Mananam, reflection, and all doubts are resolved. So with this Shravanam and Mananam, our knowledge becomes clear, free from any doubt. There are three obstacles to the self-knowledge. One is avaranam, meaning the ignorance. Second is the vikshepa, or the distraction. So this avaranam goes with shravanam, or listening to the teacher, and the ignorance is removed. Then the reason why the nididhyasanam I have to remind myself is because of what we call dehata buddhi, a habitual identification with the body. And therefore, if I am not alert, I slip into the habit of taking the body to be myself. Therefore, I need to make an effort to bring my mind to this knowledge that I am Brahman. Before that, the Shravanam should have taken place and Mananam should have taken place. When this becomes clear, and Nididhyasana means to gain an abidance in knowledge so that it becomes my nature. And so, Nididhyasana is kind of meditation. In the words of Puja Swami, meditation upon the meditator. But before you can do that 24/7, even for half an hour, 15 minutes, we should also be quite accomplished in meditation upon something other than myself. This is meditation upon myself, which is very difficult because there is no duality between the meditator and what is meditated upon. So it begins with meditation upon something other than myself, which I like, which I love to think about. So there is called upasana or mental worship. Thus you train your mind to be focused on an object of meditation. And as a result of that training, slowly you gain the ability to meditate upon yourself. That is difficult because there is no duality between the meditator and the meditated. Therefore, it's better to begin with the meditation upon something different from me, which is like the Ishtadevata. And then slowly and slowly, as your understanding of Vedanta becomes more mature, it will be possible to then do Nididhyasana. Just a moment. Yeah, please speak in the microphone.
Swamiji Pranam. My name is Nandakumar Ghule. I am from Pune. My question is, say if you are regularly doing jap or namsmaran, does it lead to meditation? Is it the same thing in due course of time?
It is. So it's called Japa Dhyanam, where Japa or repeating a sacred name becomes a way of focusing our mind on the name or the mantra that you're repeating.
Okay.
So Japa gives us the ability to focus the mind. And that can be then utilized for focusing upon myself.
Okay,
But first is this.
Okay, thank you.
Hari Om Swamiji. My name is Divyansh, and what are the expectations from the participants for this retreat? Can you please tell?
Well, one expectation is that the participants should attend the classes regularly, all the classes. As Swami indicated, should come in times a few minutes before the class, or Dayananda also said. And in my opinion, to really benefit from these classes, it's a good idea to be prepared to some extent. So the text is given to you. It may not be that easy to understand, but still the text is given, the original passage and the translation. So it would be a good idea to take some passages, read them, read the translation, try to understand and make an effort on your own part. So that even if you do not understand everything clearly, you still have the orientation. You know what the subject matter is going to be in general. So it's a good idea to prepare in your own room before coming to the class to benefit the most. And I don't see notebooks in many places, but if I were you, I would make some notes in the class also, because we cannot remember all the the development of the subject matter. So if you've taken some notes, then you can again go through those notes before coming to class also. So that way you are prepared for what will come in the class.
Swamiji, your booklet has given empty pages in the back, so the notes can be. Booklet has got 5 empty pages.
Yes, there are for notes.
Pranam. My name is Guru Prabhat. A very simple question. There are two triads. One is Shravan, Manan, Nididhasan, and second one is Shruti, Yukti, and Anubhati. Are they same?
Yes. Shravanam means listening to the teacher who unfolds the scriptures of the Shruti. Mananam is the reflection upon what I listened to. And Dhyanam or Nididhyasana is trying to remove the habitual error. So Shruti, Yukti, and Dhyanam or Shravanam, Manam, Nididhyasana are essentially the same. Vedanta explains to us the subject matter with the help of reasoning. It just doesn't make a statement that you are Brahman, let us say. It will give an elaborate explanation. So how you are Brahman. Brahma is Satyam. Brahman is reality. How? Jagat is Mithya, unreal. How? And so that is the even the Upanishads also do that. For example, an Upanishad called Chandogya Upanishad, 6th chapter, starts with this statement: Sadeva Somi idamagrasit ekameva dvitiyam. But the teacher, who also happens to be father, says to his son, disciple, O pleasant one, this universe before its creation was Sat existence, one without a second. So that is the opening statement. And the rest of the text is all devoted to explaining this statement. Because what we experience is all duality. And Upanishad says the truth is non-dual. That this was one non-dual, but what is it now? So these questions would arise in our mind, and all of these are explained elaborately by the Upanishad. So Upanishad, in many cases, first gives us a statement of the vision of the Upanishad and then explains it in detail. Tattvamasi, very standard statement. Tat, that, tvam, thou, that thou art. You are that, you are Brahman. So what do you mean by Brahman? So an elaborate discussion on what Tat or Brahman is. What do you mean I am Brahman? An elaborate discussion of what the nature of I is. And how do you say that I am Brahman? Elaborate discussion again on how these two entities are identical. So this is a style that make a statement and then elaborately explain that statement. That's all Shravanam. And then there may be questions, doubts in your mind. So you reflect upon what the teacher has taught. Not at the end, in every class, hopefully. And if there are questions or doubts in your mind, then try to resolve them or with the help of the teacher, proceed further. So it's a good idea that you are with the teacher, with the class. So you also do your homework. That would be most beneficial. Although this place is very tempting, there are a lot of shopping opportunities, a lot of other opportunities are there, and people may be tempted. No sooner lunch is over, people already have a plan of choti wala, this wala, that wala, and visit those places. But as I said, to most benefit from the few days that you are spending here. It's not often that you come here. It's not often that you get an opportunity to listen to this, to Vedanta. So try to make the best use of that. I don't say don't do any shopping. I would not do any shopping, but I can't say that you should not do shopping. But restrict that. That's not the main activity. For many people, that's the main activity. And then classes are on the side. So it shouldn't. You can ask simpler questions also, not necessarily technical questions. Yeah.
Swamiji, when can we say the mananam is done or no longer needed? Like sometimes the questions doesn't arise, but it may be, dormant. So how do we know mananam is complete?
This is a process, really. Puja Swamiji always said that clarity is the name of the game. The example that was given was that of a Polaroid camera. You know that. I think most of you would know what a Polaroid camera used to be, no more. You take a picture, pull out a frame. In the beginning, you can hardly see anything there. And slowly the outlines become clearer and clearer and clearer. Suppose you've taken a picture of a Swami sitting in the chair. I'm just repeating his words only. Swami is sitting in the chair. So when you first look at just faint outlines are there, you can recognize Swami is sitting in the chair. Then slowly the features start becoming clearer, then you can see there's the eyes and the lips and nose and whatever. In course of maybe 2 minutes, all features become very clear. Swami sitting in the chair. The very first outline also was Swami sitting in the chair. And at the end of 2 minutes also, when you can clearly see all the features, then also it is Swami sitting in the chair. Meaning there is no difference in the knowledge as such. What you get in course of time is the clarity. So Puja Swami said, I'm telling you today, you are Brahman. We had a 2.5-year course those days. So I'm telling you, you are Brahman. On the third day he said that, not the first day. And that is what I will tell you after 2.5 years. In which time this statement becomes clearer and clearer and clearer. It's a whole lifetime pursuit anyway. 2.5 years is those days 2.5 years. Now it's 3 years, 4 years. But that gives you a foundation upon which to build up. And it's a lifetime pursuit, and things become clearer and clearer and clearer. And if it is possible and you share with somebody, that's even better. I hope you're not scared of asking questions or something. Because our Swami declared he is the senior, one of the senior disciples of Puja Swamiji. And so. Keep it closer to your mouth. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity. This is the first time I'm coming. Yeah. I know little. I know a little bit of spirituality and meditation and all that. So in these 10 days, what could I expect? The transformation in myself. It depends purely upon my efforts. But would like hear in these 10 days what, and after that how to continue the same.
In these days that you are here, and if you go along with the class and participate in the manner which we just said, it will first bring about a transformation in your process of thinking. The most important entity in our life is myself. That is the most important thing for me. And I'm always aware of myself, because that I of the self is what we call self-revealing. So I'm aware of myself. And therefore, I have a conclusion about myself. I'm as good as my conclusion about myself. So now, in course of these days, as you listen to these classes, your understanding of your own self will slowly undergo a transformation. So first transformation is in our understanding of our own self. And then when we continue to pursue this, the transformation becomes, more and more meaningful. And I said, it is a lifetime pursuit. So during the time that you are here, if I just said earlier, that you understand what is taught in the class and maybe take some notes, do some reflection in your room or discussion with your colleagues or friends or your roommates or whatever. More involved you are, more clarity you will get and more transformation will take place in your thinking, in your conclusions. Vedanta basically discusses the three subject matters which are the entities in our life. I, the self, the world that I encounter, and third is Ishvara, who has created this universe. Jiva, Jagat, and Ishvara. So these are the three entities that Vedanta talks about. We already have ideas of who I am, what the world is, what Ishvara is. But more clarity you get. The degree to which your understanding is closer to what really it is, to that degree your life becomes more meaningful. This clarity will eliminate many conflicts which are going on in our own mind, and therefore the conflicts which we may have with others, and thus overall it should make my life peaceful and happy. Basic thing is I want to be happy. Vedanta is all there, Bhagavan is, everybody is there, but ultimately what I want in my life is I want to be happy. The Jiva, the individual, Jagat, the universe, Ishvara, the create, all of this come into picture only because I'm concerned with all of them and they all affect me and therefore affect my happiness. So the basic thing is I want to be happy. Which is what everybody wants, every human being wants. And Vedanta helps us to accomplish that very simple need that we have of being happy.
Swamiji, my question is a little extension. It's an extension of the question that the first question on self meditation. Would observing or watching the funny things you do, the stupid things we do, the think or the observing the thinking or the doing of maybe even wicked things, the nice things one does, observing oneself, would that be self meditation?
Being aware of my thoughts is a very important thing. Being an awareful person. We get swept away with our thoughts and emotions and impulses. And therefore, as much as we can, let us be awareful or alert people so that I am aware of what my mind is doing, what I want to do, what I do. So being aware of myself, my mind, and what I do. And that will also bring about a lot of transformation. The simple thing that the Shastra teaches is the basic values of life. That I should be an honest person, a kind person, a charitable or sharing person, the basic values. I can ask myself the extent to which I'm able to follow these values in a given action that I took. Did I follow this value? So thus I take stock of myself based on the basic values of life. And we find that it is difficult to follow these values. It's not very easy to be honest and kind. Because of a lot of impulses that are built into ourselves. But that will make me aware of myself, give me a guideline as well as a check post as to how to measure what I'm doing. And thus help me change myself. So the Nididhyas and all of that is fine, but as I said, first of all, to be a kind and honest person, as best as possible, a truthful person. And that requires me to constantly monitor myself as to whether I am able to live up to these expectations or not. I find difficulties. And I educate my mind to follow the values that I want. You follow? Okay, so tonight we'll conclude with, okay, last question.
Pranam Swamiji. My name is Shreyas. My question is, what are the limitations of logic? It seems to me that logic must have limitations, otherwise Vedanta would not be considered a unique pramana. So if logic has limitations, what covers the gap between where logic ends in Vedanta and self-realization?
Now you said the logic must have some limitation, otherwise Vedanta would not be considered
a unique pramana.
A unique pramana. Well, Vedanta is not opposed to logic. Vedanta very much uses a logic to understand the pramana. In this particular case, the pramana is in the form of the statements of Vedanta. For example, you are Brahman, that's a statement. What is Brahman? That's a statement. So this statement is made, and what do you mean, what is this Brahman? I don't see Brahman anywhere. Oh, what do you mean, I'm Brahman? So our mind may, question the very statements of Vedanta. And that is where, and that doubts or the questions I have are based on the logic, some kind of logic that I have myself right now. Therefore, we need and use the logic to understand in what way does Vedanta says as what is God, or that I am also God. In what way? So logic is very much required to understand Vedanta. Vedanta is not the product of logic, but logic is much required to understand what Vedanta teaches. You follow?
So what are the limitations of logic?
No, we understand that we do not want to arrive at the truth through the process of logic. The truth is revealed to us by Vedanta. Vedanta says, for example, that you are limitless. On the face of my conclusion that I am a limited being. So even though I am convinced or I think that I am a limited being, Vedanta says you are limitless. So how is it so? On what basis have I come to the conclusion that I am limited? And on what basis Vedanta says that I am limitless? So logic is required at every step. Not to prove what Vedanta says, but to understand what Vedanta says.
Is the final proof just being then? Just being who you are?
Final proof is what Vedanta teaches. Of that, of course, this is the most important thing as to who I am. But Vedanta teaches many things. What is the nature of the universe? What's the nature of Ishvara? What's the nature of you? What's the relationship between them? And therefore, Vedanta teaches these things. And to understand what Vedanta teaches, we do require a logic, which the teachers provide to us. I mean, the teacher provides the logic that is required to understand the statements made by Vedanta. So the question of limitation of logic would come if we arrived at the truth by logic. We don't arrive at the truth. The truth is revealed by Upanishad, by Vedanta. And logic is used to understand what Vedanta reveals. Vedanta says you are Brahman, let us say. My mind says, how can I be Brahman? I am a limited being. So the question will be, how do you say you are a limited being? I said, that's how we use the logic to understand what Vedanta teaches. So Vedanta is not a product of logic, but it's very much logical. You follow?
Thank you.
So shall we conclude tonight? Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. So we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, the first class. And this is the subject matter. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad passage is 4.3. 4.1 to 6 passages.